Hi everyone, I'm Lorie from Dee's, and today I'm back with a great kit for this geranium wreath. This is so fun for summer and it's quick and easy to make. So with this kit, everything will be included as you see except for the grapevine wreath. Grapevine wreaths are available on our site at shopdeeslouisville.com, or you could use any type of greenery wreath, whatever you prefer. But if you're in need of a grapevine wreath, we do have those available. So as always, everything is going to be here. We have your geraniums. We have this variegated ficus leaf. You're going to get some of this really fun spider grass, your ribbons, and of course your ladybug to add on for that extra little embellishment. So to get started, we're simply going to take our ficus stems and we're going to put those in first. So we're just going to trim off a little bit. And I just went in, dip your stem in the glue, and I just went in and just kind of made my border of my design. Now these are wired, so they're nice because you're going to be able to bend them and kind of shape them. And of course, bring them to life. You know, I don't like anything like that when it's just left flat. You got to perk everything up. So we're going to take our next one, and again I'm just going to trim a little bit off of that, put a little glue, and I'm going to come down this direction and kind of aim that this way. Take our last stem that we have here. Of course, you want to remove those tags. And I'm going to trim this one off again and dip that right in, and we're going to place that right in here. And again, you can bend these, shape these. You could go just across the bottom, just across the top. I just like to kind of go a little bit offset there. Next, we're going to take our geranium bush. This is a pretty geranium bush. It's got lots of nice stems on it, large flowers and small flowers, not to mention those beautiful geranium leaves. So we're just going to take our wire cutters and cut this all apart and separate our whole bush. So I'm going to start out with one of these stems, and we're going to put one shooting out this way. And again, these stems are also wired, so they're nice because you can kind of move them and shape them. So I'm going to take another big flower here, put our glue on the stem, and we're just going to tuck that one right in here. And take our next one. I'm going to put that right in that spot right there. Take my other full one. I've started out with all my really larger size flowers in this bush to put those in first. I'm going to take that one kind of there. And then I'm going to go back with these smaller ones, and I'm going to start filling in the spaces. We'll take the little one and shoot that out up there. And I think I've gotten all my stems. This is the last one. We're just going to poke this right in here. So there's no right or wrong. It's all about what you like. So I don't know if this is your first time making something. I always used to tell people in class, when you make it the first day, you'll look at it and you'll think, oh, that looks pretty good. But when you go back the next day after you've had a good night's sleep, you'll get up and you'll look at it and you'll say, hey, that does look good. And then when you show it to your friends and they all go wild, then you'll say, I am pretty good. So just keep the faith and hang in there. There's no right or wrong. It's all about what you like. So we have our ribbons. Next, I'm going to put in my ribbon. And we're going to start out with this really cute red with the black and white dot on the edge. And as always, you know, I always like that little tail that kind of sticks up. So we're going to pinch, twist, pinch and gather, pinch and gather. Now we're going to add in our ladybug. So these are what we like to call mixed bows. So we're making our bow all at once, but we're putting 3 different ribbons in. So we're just simply going to lay that right on top of there. Pinch and gather, twist, pinch and gather. I'm forming like an X. I'm going to go across, pinch and gather. Next, we're going to add in this fun apple green. And this time, I want a tail that will stick up this direction. So I'm just going to go the opposite way, but do the same thing. Pinch and gather, twist, pinch and gather. Now, I liked this red with the black and white so much that that piece is going to be longer. So we're going to go back in and we're going to add a couple more loops and just pinch and gather. So I'm just adding those loops just right on top. So now we have a nice, full, really pretty bow for our wreath. And we're going to take our wire and just wire this right around. I'm going to grab a longer piece of wire. So we're just going to wrap that right around and pull that nice and tight on the back, and that keeps all your ribbons together. And then we can go right in here where we have this space, and we're going to wire our bow right on to our wreath. Just wrap the wire all the way around the grapevine and just wire it right on. And then you can just trim off your excess wire. And as always, the most important part is to go back in and to trim our tails. So you can leave these long if you like, let some hang down. I think it's pretty sometimes to have those long tails. We're going to put those pretty little V-cuts in there. Trim our little ladybug ribbon. And then we need to go in and make sure we trim our short tails here. I always manage to miss one, it seems like. Okay, so we've added our beautiful bow. So you could stop now, but why would we want to do that? We want to have a little fun. So inside of your kit, you will have the spider grass bush. When you get it, it is going to come with 3 shoots on your stem. So I went through and separated my bush, and I just cut the 3 stems off of the main stem. So we're going to use 2 of those, and you're going to have an extra one that you can do something fun with at home. You could add it to your lantern, you could put it in a bow, on a candlestick, anything that you'd like to do with it. So what I'm going to do is I go in and I'm just going to take the glue and put it right on the bottom of this whole stem here. And I'm going to come right in here and just tuck that right into my wreath. And then you can go in and spread your grass out. And it's just a fun texture that you can add into your floral pieces that you're making. We use this on hats. We use it on a lot of different things. It's just a fun addition. So then we're going to take our other piece that we have. Where did I set that piece? Here it is. And this one I did cut into 2. And I just separated it right there. So now I have 2 smaller pieces. And I'm going to take a couple of these long pieces and just twirl them up like so. And take a little piece of wire here and wrap that around so that I have some little loops made out of grass, just to add another little dimension to our wreath. So I'm going to trim that wire off, and then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to glue this one in right over here on this side. So we have a little fun shooting out over here on this part of our wreath. And then you can see you've got the little grass loops up in there, and it's just a nice little addition. Pull some grass down, and then I'm going to take my last piece and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take a couple of these long pieces here And I'm just going to loop those up like so. Take a little piece of that wire and wrap that around just to hold those loops together to our stem. So we're just going to twist that just like so. And trim off that excess. And then I'm going to add a little grass up here towards the top, just to have a little fun shooting out up here too. So we have a couple little loops up there, and you can kind of open those up and spread those out. And then we have our grass that's kind of curling, and these beautiful glue strings. And you can always go back with the hairdryer and just kind of wave that over your wreath if your glue is stringy like mine is right now. Last but not least, we have our cute little felt ladybug that we can add right into this wreath. So you could leave him on the stem, you could remove him and place him up in here. You could even wrap the wire around your fingers if you want to kind of curl him and make him a little whimsy. It's totally up to you. And then you can trim off a little bit of the stem if you want. And we are going to put some little glue on him and poke him right into our wreath. And he's just a cute, sweet little addition to your wreath or any wreath. These are also available on our site at shopdeeslouisville.com. So there you have it, quick and easy. You can get this kit at shopdeeslouisville.com. Stay tuned for more fun kits from Dees.